It was supposed to be just another unforgettable night. Tens of thousands of fans singing along to Coldplay under a sea of lights. But when the stadium's kiss cam panned across the crowd, it accidentally exposed something no one saw coming. In the span of a few seconds, one couple's kiss went from cute to career-ending. Because the man locking lips wasn't just some random concert goer. He's a billionaire tech CEO, married, and very much in the public eye. And the woman? Not his wife. Not even close. Since then, the internet's gone into full detective mode, digging up identities, emails, and office secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. At the center of it all, a silent wife, an HR exec with hidden ties, and a growing pile of questions no one wants to answer. But the truth behind that kiss cam moment is even messier than it looks. And what's coming next could ruin more than just reputations. It all unfolded during the final encore of Coldplay's massive stadium show, an atmosphere charged with anticipation, the air electric as thousands sang along under shimmering lights. The energy was high, and fans were lost in the moment. That's when the kiss cam lit up the giant screen, sweeping across the crowd to spotlight couples caught in their own little bubbles of joy. It's a tradition meant to be lighthearted, fun, a chance for strangers to share a smile or a quick peck. Then the camera zoomed in on them, a sharply dressed man in his early 40s sitting beside a noticeably younger woman. They smiled, exchanged a glance, and without hesitation, leaned in for a kiss. It was quick, intimate, and almost too casual, like they'd done it 1,000 times before. The crowd cheered, unaware that this simple moment was about to explode far beyond the stadium walls. Because millions were watching, and they weren't just watching, they were scrutinizing. Within minutes, the clip was clipped, zoomed in, and uploaded across every major social platform: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. At first glance, it seemed innocent enough. But then, internet detectives swung into action, pulling every public thread they could find. The man? Instantly identified as Andy Byron, the billionaire founder of one of the tech world's most valuable startups. A man who's carefully avoided the spotlight for years, maintaining a polished reputation as a devoted family man. But the woman with him? She wasn't his wife. She was soon uncovered as a senior HR executive at his company, someone with significant influence over hiring and employee relations. Word on the street, according to insiders and office gossip, was that she'd long had a reputation for getting unusually close to the company's top brass. By morning, the scandal had snowballed. Hashtags like #CEO Kiss Cam and #Tech Scandal were trending worldwide. Reddit threads exploded with theories and opinions, dissecting every smirk, every glance, every subtle movement caught on camera. News outlets pounced, calling it everything from a PR nightmare to a live demonstration of corporate misconduct. But for those paying close attention, this kiss wasn't a one-off mistake or a sudden lapse in judgment. It was part of a story that had been quietly unfolding for months. The man at the center of this scandal? The elusive founder and CEO of one of Silicon Valley's fastest-growing tech empires, recently valued at over $15 billion. Until now, he was barely a public figure. No flashy interviews, no influencer lifestyle, no scandals. Just a clean-cut image built on innovation, discipline, and an obsession with company culture. He's been married for over 12 years. His social media, when it's even active, is full of vague motivational quotes and the occasional family vacation photo. Always curated, always safe. Internally, he's pushed a strict values-first narrative, reportedly even rejecting candidates for cultural misalignment. That's what made the kiss cam moment feel like a glitch in the matrix. A CEO who prides himself on discretion, caught kissing an employee in front of tens of thousands of people. It wasn't just a betrayal of his wife. It was a direct contradiction of the carefully controlled image he spent years building. And the internet wanted answers. But before anyone could catch their breath, more footage surfaced. Footage that made the story even harder to ignore. It didn't take long for the internet to identify the woman in the video. Within hours, screenshots of her LinkedIn profile were circulating, along with archived pages of her company bio. She's not just any employee. She's a senior HR executive with direct access to hiring, internal investigations, and executive reviews. In other words, she's the last person you'd expect to be entangled in a workplace scandal. Almost immediately, the ethical alarms started blaring. How could someone in charge of enforcing company policy be involved in what looked like a blatant breach of it? The kiss cam moment wasn't just personal. It hinted at something institutional. Reddit threads lit up. Anonymous posts on Blind, the employee-only message board, claimed this relationship was an open secret among staff. Some alleged she'd received preferential treatment, early promotions, exclusive projects, even budget approvals without board oversight. One post simply read, "People warned him, he didn't care." Then things got worse. A batch of internal emails leaked online, showing messages between the CEO and the HR exec going back months, some borderline flirtatious, others suggesting after-hours meetings that had nothing to do with company business. While no one could verify how the emails were obtained, their tone left little to the imagination. This wasn't a fling. It looked like a long-running relationship hidden in plain sight. And now, legal teams were starting to get involved. The leaked emails didn't just reveal flirtation, they exposed months of secret conversations, careful planning, and attempts to keep things under wraps. A whistleblower inside the company sent these messages to multiple news outlets, triggering an internal firestorm. Now, company lawyers are reportedly working around the clock to contain the fallout. Sources say hush-money talks have begun. NDAs are being drafted, and there's even chatter about a forced resignation deal for the HR executive, an attempt to keep the scandal from spiraling further. Board members and major investors are quietly questioning the CEO's judgment, worried about how this scandal could shake their confidence in leadership. Ethics reviews are underway behind closed doors, and some say the company's stock could take a hit if things don't settle fast. Amid all this chaos, there's one voice that remains completely absent: the CEO's wife. No statement, no social media posts, nothing. Her silence is deafening and only adds to the swirling rumors about what's really going on behind the scenes. 12 years of marriage, and yet the CEO's wife has said absolutely nothing. No public statements, no social media posts, just silence. That's made people wonder, is she quietly protecting her family? Or is there a more calculated plan unfolding behind the scenes? She's well known in philanthropic circles, often praised for her work with charities and social causes. Some think her silence is a deliberate move, staying out of the spotlight while quietly building a legal case. Others argue she's simply shielding her children from the media frenzy. What added fuel to the fire? Paparazzi spotted her just days after the scandal broke, leaving a high-profile lawyer's office in New York City. That moment sent shockwaves through gossip circles. Was she preparing for a quiet but serious response? And just when it seemed like this story couldn't get any more tangled, a new twist surfaced that threatens to blow the whole thing wide open. Coldplay's official response was quick but carefully worded, calling the kiss cam moment completely random and insisting the band had no involvement. But behind the scenes, things don't add up. Whispers in the music industry suggest the couple actually requested to be featured on the kiss cam, turning what was supposed to be a fun, spontaneous moment into something far more calculated. Some insiders wonder, was this a staged event designed to send a message? Or worse, to be weaponized for leverage? Speculation is swirling about whether this was a PR stunt gone wrong, an act of blackmail, or even a desperate diversion to distract from other corporate troubles. Meanwhile, concert insiders reveal that Chris Martin himself was reportedly furious, feeling blindsided by the scandal overshadowing the night's performance. And with all this tension boiling over, the fallout isn't just going to end with a viral video. What happens next could permanently damage careers, reputations, and even the future of the company. The fallout is far from over. The CEO's board has reportedly begun reviewing his future at the company, weighing whether this scandal crosses a line they can't ignore. Meanwhile, the HR executive has vanished from social media, leaving her position and her next move shrouded in mystery, and the wife, still silent, but now undeniably at the center of a storm she never asked for. Her quiet presence speaks louder than any statement could, hinting at battles yet to come. This wasn't just a fleeting viral moment. What started as a simple kiss on a big screen has spiraled into a reckoning, one that threatens careers, reputations, and the very culture of a billion-dollar empire. As more leaks and revelations emerge, one thing is clear: that kiss was anything but harmless.